So rather than thinking about what is the collective goal, what is the team all about, what were we thinking about? Ourselves. Our individual valuing rather than the collective valuing. And in fact, of course, we make a major mistake because the individual valuing comes from the team. If the team is successful, we are individually valued. If the team isn't successful, we're not. So therefore, what we did as we got better, right, was we threw away our individual ego and we grasped the collective ego. We went right after the collective because we know that ultimately there's a lot more power in our individual reward that comes from the collective success. I didn't learn that until I was about 20 years old or 19 years old, and I went from rowing a single scull, which is what I'd done my entire life. I was a single rower. That's what I was. And I went to the Naval Academy, and all of a sudden I was with 7 other people. There were 7 other people in that boat. I'm like, who the hell are these guys? Because it was all about me before that. I won races, I lost races, I got medals, I didn't, whatever. I went home, I put them in the shoebox. I got rewarded for it or not. When I went to the academy and we won the first race and we stood on that medal platform, all 9 of us, including the coxswain, that was the most amazing feeling I'd ever had because I had some group to share it with. There was an enormous, tremendous burst of power. I never went back to rowing a single scull, ever again. Not interested. Didn't have the reward. Not because I was selfless, but in fact, to a certain level, I was selfish because I wanted that badly. And I think in a high-performance team, the underlying motivation, which gets to the second of our goals for today, the first one being retention, the second one being to create an underlying motivation, is the sense of flow, which you got back there, that made you, and here, that made you feel part of something bigger than yourself. That, in effect, got you out of your individual ego, out of that individual moment, that individual value to the collective value. Did that feel great? Did that feel great? Do you want more of it? And what would you do to get it? That's really what we're here for. What would you do to have that feeling? And what that means is, what behaviors will you change in order to flow with the group, in order to give up your need to be individually the top dog? Think about that. Because the reward that you get when you do that will far exceed anything you can ever imagine as being individually the best. It will. You just felt it.